Ado, and welcome. Please acquaint yourself with my weapons and armors. See for yourself.
For what you tarry on the fringe of the Crucible, go and get your hand. Dirty.
Neil's still kicking, huh? I thought for sure he'd have blown himself to bits by now.
Oh, it's you. How's your, sister, was it? Daughter?
You had it right the first time. Damn, do I look that old?
Gosh, my apologies, Traveler. I just got a little wrapped up in, well, it's a personal project, and now I am going on about nothing. I call it Neil's Auroral Transubstantiator, or perhaps the Essential Battery Array, or maybe I would, well, name's not important. It's meant to collect and store ambient essence in an accessible form for dynamic usage at a later time.
Meant to, an animancer's favorite words.
Doesn't look like it can store half so much as my lantern does.
What? It's a prototype. There's still, work to be done. Hardly ideal, I'll admit, but you'll notice the branching circuitry and balanced audio receptacles. Combined, those should serve to minimize the risk of overload or essential dissociation. Well, theoretically. This jungle, and more so this arena, it's in a state of essential flux. The density of ambient essence here goes far beyond anything I've seen elsewhere in the world. But to collect that power, to harness it, I need the help of a contestant in the Crucible.
This is most ill-advised.
Think if I wear that belt, I'd sleep better at night?
It's really quite safe, truly. Perhaps, I mean, it could theoretically discharge essence were it to, say, to suffer a heavy blow, were it to be struck repeatedly, for example, or were you to fall over while wearing it. But a mild, well, moderate shock would be the very worst you would suffer. Not at all lethal. Assuming, of course, you weren't already near to dying. Alchemists, you see, are limited to the materials they harvest, yet the processes we employ ultimately draw their efficacy from the essence present in all things. By infusing potion ingredients with ambient soul energies, I hope to significantly increase the efficiency of the process. The end result? An almost limitless draft! You would? That's fantastic! So, you see, during each fight in the arena, the essence presence spikes fantastically. Some of this is the result of magic, or released energy, owing to, well, the death of the fighters. But the arena itself manipulates essence, too. It's really quite a thing to behold. All I would require from you is to wear the belt. Well, competing in the Crucible, I mean. And then, of course, return it to me, obviously. It's not quite so simple as that, but, well, I'll be here once you've made the arrangements. And thank you. Truly, thank you.
Cinteri, Spectators must see to their own accommodations.
What? Only 'cause I like you.
The weak have been culled. The strong endure.
We honor those extinguished in this arena and welcome their souls into our greater glory. We await the next challenger.
This is her. This is Humaire, the one we've come to see. She'll show you the way.
A wanderer. Come to watch the Crucible, have you? Or perhaps you've come to try your own hand against the challenges. Then it is you. I know who you are. It will not be long before others recognize it as well. They will not appreciate your presence. You must prove that you belong here. You must undergo the rite of passage. As true of so many others, this name has more than a single meaning. Several.
It's as much a religious rite as a contest, and all to the glory of their bloodthirsty statue.
I'm certain, and I'll provide what answers I can when you've proven you belong here. Below you will find a chamber, and within it, the pool of memories. It will set forth your challenge. You will understand. All will be revealed in due course, as the faces will. You can find it downstairs in the western alcove. Don't keep the crowds waiting too long. May the hunt favor you, challenger.
Hoping we fared better in this nonsense than my last crew.
I bet they got all kinds of snacks.
Wait till you hear the statue.
I'll get it open.
Done.
On it.
You should speak with Humaire. She shall show you the way.
I hope that you've chosen to undertake the rite of passage, Watcher.
I know you're no slouch on the battlefield, Watcher. But remember, it's kill or be killed in the Crucible. We don't get the luxury of mistakes.
I'm certain, and I'll provide what you need only gaze into the pool of memories to learn what fate awaits you.
A new challenger joins our eternal hunt.
As is tradition, the primal elements shall sort predator from prey.
Triumph or perish. There is neither surrender nor retreat.
Oh, hell, those... poor souls.
Let's go. Take that. Lava will be on me.
What now? Time to separate the chaff. No, Ixie on us.
Worse than rock.
You have completed the first examination. Well done.
Your fury brings joy to this arena, and honor to your name.
You have endured but the first of many trials. Return when you are ready to face your next challenge.
I got it.
Quite the show you put on, Challenger. Now that you've earned your place here, we've some time to discuss the state of things. I sent Muatu that you might speak to him and seek us out, Watcher of Cad Nua. I wanted to know that you fairly earned your title. That you stand before me proves you a true Watcher.
An even half-competent scholar could have found their way here based solely on the design of the crate you sent.
A man's life for a message and a test. Good trade.
Our ancestors constructed this temple as a tribute to the souls of all life. Of predator, prey, and the primal dance that forever binds them. Souls came to permeate these walls. A choir of voices greater than any individual chanter or druid. They became not unlike a god, at least upon this isle. Great kith from across the Deadfire heeded their song and flocked to Kazuwari, whether to relive the battles of lore or forge legends of their own. Not exactly, or rather, perhaps, a few months ago the music changed. It became discordant to my ears. as if it and the souls no longer sang in harmony. I think perhaps that it is because of the foreign god stomping across the Deadfire.
Sure, blame Aethys. Everybody does. Not that he don't sometimes deserve it.
Therein lies the mystery. Why has the song changed? What does it herald? Thus, I require a Watcher. More stories get told of the Watcher's abilities than there are islands in the Deadfire to hold them. Those that claim the mantle for themselves almost always prove charlatans or lunatics, or both. But if the tales of communion between Watchers and lost souls hold any truth, we might uncover what ails this place. Over the centuries of contests here, gallons of blood have been spilled in the arena. But the fights have always been reasonable. Now, however, the Faces of the Hunt summons great monstrosities to pit against green challengers. Even outside the Crucible, the beasts and kith of Kazuwari grow increasingly aggressive. The Faces stoke their hostility. They seem eager to see blood spilled.
This place has always been hungry for bloodshed. How's this any different?
I would not expect you to understand, Constantine. You were deaf to Kazuwari's song. You must draw the attention of the Faces of the Hunt in the Crucible. To contend in the Crucible, you must first complete the rite of passage. The Faces of the Hunt provide 4 trials. The aspirant overcomes them and earns the right to take part in the Crucible. Or they do not. Either way, blood is spilled, and the Faces are pleased. Reward balances the risk. The champions of the Hunt reap many blessings from the Faces, treasures and mystic abilities alike.
For as long as they survive, you mean?
And the losers? The Beyond holds for them a position most privileged.
Fighting ain't what makes one soul more deserving than another.
Trials of combat. More than this I cannot say. Only that you will face opponents of spirit and opponents of flesh.
I'll happily lead these spirits into the light.
Here I was looking forward to sitting back and watching you take all the hits for once.
One-on-one events are rare here. In the Crucible, we fight as nature intended, in packs, with disparate equipment and little effort spent to ensure fairness. Besides, it would be an incomplete trial if we tested only prowess. The leadership and preparedness of our contenders must also be judged. I learned of your abilities in the Crucible. One of Engari's agents brought us a remnant of a battle you had with a ship called the Drake. The Faces used that object to manifest an echo of you aboard your ship. You were quite impressive. These walls contain the souls, the memories of the many kith who have come before. These souls communicate their will through the Faces of the Hunt. The Faces stirs the memories, blending essence to summon spirits or manifest beasts of blood and bone.
Don't know about you, but that sounds like chanter business to me.
That all sounds rather circular.
Indeed. Tawamawai is 1. Tawamawai are 3. Tawamawai are scores.
Sounds confusing. At least with Aethys, it's just the one. Then Shoti hasn't been referencing Aethys each time she mentions gone? Well, that ain't the same. Aethys is sometimes gone, not always both at once. I think.
The earthly voices of Tawamawai. They emanate from the statue of him that overlooks the arena. It reflects the 3 aspects of the sacred hunter: the seeker, the slayer, and the survivor. The pool of memories will set forth the challenges that await you. Peer into its waters when you are ready.
welcome back. What might I do for you? Fantastic! It's ready. Just wear it during the fight, and return it once it's fully charged.
This'll impress. Ladies? Hey, sure.
You should speak with Humaire. She shall show you the way.
Even a weak hunter can be cuddled by luck.
Now our challenger must face the archipelago's most insidious hunters, the Naga.
If you can endure venom and vile cunning, then perhaps you have the makings of a proper contender.
Now show us your will to fight!
I don't suppose we could talk them down.
All right.
Could be a fight. I'm on it.
That's it! Oh, that's not very Yeah! Yeah!
This thing isn't doing the job.
Get threshed!
Yeah! There!
All thick, worse and raw!
Lava room beyond sick.
Let's reek!
I'm stronger.
What?
That's not very helpful.
Lava beyond seek.
I feel...
Lava beyond seek.
This is...
Lava beyond seek.
Yes? No mercy! Yes?
Lava beyond seek. Lava beyond seek.
Take him down.
Got him.
Only because I like you.
It seems the clever serpents posed no threat to you. The hunt is not merely the rush of battle, but preparedness and patience before.
Further trials await you, challenger. Steel yourself.
Well, well, well. Watcher of Cad Nua. You honor the Crucible Games with your participation. I am Papilton, and this here is my stalwart team, Papilton's Pact. Since you're a Watcher, I hardly need to tell you my soul is destined for greatness. That must be plain as Aethys' burning backside. It is here, in this temple to the Clever Hound, where I will carve the next step in my stair to excellence.
Those little steps you talking about? For your little Orlin legs, I mean.
Yes. Well, I think both of us have now put more thought into this, subject than is necessary. Now, if you'll excuse me, glory awaits. What a fascinating specimen you are.